Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video I'm going to be playing with the STRV 74, which is part of the new Swedish line that was implemented into World of Tanks Blitz on the 8th of October 2020. So this tank honestly has exceeded my expectations, and this is coming from someone that absolutely despised the STRV M42, and this tank seems to be everything that the STRV 42 wasn't. It can go a lot faster, it's got a better gun, it's got a better reload time. I'm pretty sure it's got higher DPM as well. Honestly, this has got troll armor as well, and honestly it's just so much better. So now that you've seen some of the other tanks in this line, it's time to now look at the actual subject of this video, which is the STRV 74. Now this thing looks really cool, right? And not only does it look cool, but you can clearly see that it's got loads of angles on the turret, and that means that you're going to get a lot of trollish bounces on the turret. And this is also a reoccurring theme throughout the line, because the ML1, 2 and the Krevan, they all have really angled turrets, and they all look really cool as well. When you're using this tank, I'd strongly recommend that you use grilled salmon, crisp breads and the improved fuel, because even though you're still faster than your predecessor, you still really need to get that speed up. And with the grilled salmon and crisp breads, that is mostly to improve like things like DPM, your reload, things like that really. But they also both help you get up the crew mastery, so you'll get like I think it's 10% bonus to your crew mastery rate with the grilled salmon. So I'd strongly recommend that you do use this. Straight away I just wanted to head towards the enemy spawn, because I was just kind of hoping that there'd be an AFK player, or I could just get some pot shots off on the enemies from behind. And luckily my team were mostly competent in this match, so they came with me, so I had support when I needed it. Now, I had just been spotted, but it wasn't a big deal, and I decided to just head towards the SU-152. Instead of continuing towards the SU-152, I decided to swerve to the right and encountered an ARL-44 and a VK 30.01D. So while I was out, I decided to take a shot at the VK, and I managed to do some damage to him. I then proceeded towards the ARL-44 and then attempted to bait him out, so then he'd shoot me. While he was reloading, I'd be able to deal some damage to him. But unfortunately, that didn't seem to work. So what I decided to do instead was to back up and go after the VK-30 again. The VK then rolls back and I take a shot at him, and I think I bounced that shot, and he also takes a shot at me and he bounces the shot. I then get shot by the ARL while I go after the VK. I then take another shot at the VK and manage to track him this time, and he then takes another shot at me and still bounces. Although I managed to track him, that was actually a good thing, as one of my teammates shot him and I then managed to finish him off and get the kill. The ARL then proceeded to show me his butt, so then I shot it, like all good people should. And then my teammates decided that they wanted to help me, and we then eventually managed to destroy the ARL. Now that the ARL was cleared, it was now time to go and help my other teammates try and kill the rest of the red team. So I then continued to proceed towards the SU-152, where I then took a shot at him and missed. I then took another shot and then finished him off. I then went to the bit of a ridge line, and then I realised that my gun repression wasn't quite enough to allow me to take shots at the other STRV-74. So I then backed up and then positioned myself at an angle where I could shoot them, and I took a big hit from the KV-3. After the KV-3 had shot me, I then moved up and he had turned his turret away from me. So as I said, I just moved up and began shooting at his turret. I continued to take shots at his weak turret armor, and the reason why I kept staying behind the cover was because although I know he wasn't actually facing towards me, it was just a precaution in case he decided to face me and shoot me, because I'm pretty sure one more hit from his big gun could have killed me. Overall, I think I actually had a really good match, and I know I didn't play as well as I probably could have done, but honestly, as I said, I think I actually played quite well. So as you can see, I managed to deal over 1.6k damage, which is pretty good for me, and I managed to get a Mastery Class 2, I think, as well as a bunch of other medals and things like that. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here, so if you enjoyed, then please leave a like and feel free to subscribe. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and goodbye.